This is what I wish people that got married didn't judge or look down on younger couples. This is what I wish they told us, because it's like being married, when you had that 3 to 7 year milestone, even just the 3 year milestone, it's like having that subscription that you forgot about, and then you look up and all your money just be gone. Like, you gotta pay for your karma, you gotta acknowledge this, you gotta cancel cards, you gotta cancel vibrations, because it's like dating during that pre-lockdown period was like everyone's like everything was jumping, right? Because it's like, damn, this might be the last time. And so then lockdown happens and you go within, and then the friends that you were hanging out with, they go within, and that relationship start to fizzle out because they have their relationship and that fizzles out early. So then they're like third wheeling, or they're in your relationship, and then that fizzles out, and then you're looking at each other like, we have no friends now. Is it because you, or is it because of me? Because it's like that time spiritually for me and other individuals is great for spiritual narcissism and self-isolation, shadow work. That's good for spiritual narcissism, but it's not good for a relationship, for a long-term relationship, for the patriarchy and the matriarchy, the war on that especially. And it's like you're paying for that energy, and it's like the energy, my wife said, the energy can't heal in the environment that I got sick in. And I saw this post talking about the low vibration feeds and needs that same vibrational environment to stick around. And I'm still saying, like, I told her, you can heal in the environment you got sick in if you evolve like a Venus flytrap. You know, it went from being a plant that eats of the sun to a plant that eats of the freaking flies, that uses the environment to bend to its will. So it's like, I'm not perfect. It's like wanting to be right, and all the stages like people go through mentally. The stages that people go through mentally, like all the neurodivergent people, here we are now on the internet. And then where is this energy during COVID? It was just festering and inside relationships, and pouring into toxic relationships, and pouring into toxic self, right? And I'm not putting y'all into my business via relationships, but I'm just saying though, like, as far as like how relationships go and the importance of what people should have told us about the trials, the 7 years and the 3 years, like, everyone's gonna make it. Everyone's gonna be all right. Like, how's y'all relationships going right now? Because I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that you're not alone in your spiritual development and the spiritual narcissism traits that we had to develop. But we have to shed these motherfucking things, and it's so motherfucking hard because I'm an Aquarius moon. So I'm fixated. I'm thinking this way and this way only about society and what society is ushering in and everything else. And it's like sacrificing and shedding. It's important. And we just had Scorpio moon conjunct like three asteroids in Scorpio. So it's like, damn, that dude from the ground is cold that early morning. So it's like growing the fuck up. And I'm in my 30s, you know, done crashing out. But it's like, it happens somehow. And it's like we got to emulate the relationships that we want our children to learn from. Not learning from our mistakes, not pretending to be happy, but it's like you can forget that your children are going to, when they're starting out their relationships, they're going to make early mistakes, even if they see how well you did. Like me, for instance, taking advice in my late 20s of you know, looking into things like, oh, your parents were having children, building that relationship. But when you first get out in the world and you're trying to be a macaroni, or, you know, or whatever, you're making those early mistakes, and then later on you're like, damn, I was making the mistakes of my parents. But now you're in a long-term relationship, so you can't afford to just be like, okay, let me just sit down, take several seats. Like, you have to actively take seats every single time. You have to actively go after this individual and actively listen, be an active listener. You have to, and active listening isn't just being silent and stoic and listening. It's constantly tapping in. Okay, I want to understand you first. I want to understand you first. I want to give response cues first. I want to check on my micro expressions first. What energy am I reciprocating? Things like that. And I was just thinking about that, like pre-COVID and during COVID, and like the relationships that you go into thinking selfishly, especially during lockdown, and you're not thinking farther out when it's like when they make it to where, okay, you're secure. It's like you're secure back where you were pre-COVID, but you want to expand outwardly again, like, and get the fuck away from all of the toxic bullshit as far as like politics and everything else like that. I don't know how to end this video. I mean, I do, but I don't want to end it just like that without no like key point. But it's got like a lot of things sprinkled off in there. Cause like I said, I don't want y'all to think y'all up in my business and my relationship. Cause y'all not. Just like every relationship, and it's like all over a mirrored reflection. It's all a mirrored reflection, and the mental health seriousness. Cause that plays a key role. Because like I said, that spiritual narcissism during that period had everyone thinking everyone's right. Because there's no one to debunk you. There's no society to be outside in. There's no nature to be outside in. There's no gatherings to be outside in. There's no your own path to go outside to. Like codependency and trauma, not even trauma bonds. Because they pulled the wool over and disguised that trauma type shit. Anyways, I'm gonna hug on these trees because the nigga been tired as shit with the Schumann resonance and the rising of the frequency of the planet. Like, that shit triggering as fuck too. Like, not only do you as the individual got to raise your vibration to be on the planet, but your relationships have to. There's still relationships as far as like friends and shit, and people that are doing their personal development out there. So yeah, it's just a shadow work blog.